Good morning, folks. Wednesday, the 8th of June, 2022. And pretty quiet out here this morning, 9:35 in Dublin. We are all waiting for the vivacious Christine Lagarde tomorrow morning. And, these markets have somewhat slowed down, certainly in the FX space, dollar and euro space. So what we're going to look at today is the euro and the Dixie. We're going to look at SPOs and we're going to look at oil. So let's get over and have a look at these charts. So as I was saying, let's look at the euro and the dollar. So starting off with the Dixie, because it is the big bad boy of these future markets. And essentially, you're seeing a very strong dollar. This major trend line here, if I switch this down to, say, a weekly chart, it's kind of, becomes all the more obvious that this dollar has been trying to not only break above here, but get bid on the pullbacks, and you just can't fight what you're seeing here at the moment. So this trend down seems to be completely broken right now and wiped out for the upside. Do I see a dollar to get stronger? Well, I'm going to leave that to someone else to figure that one out. But I think with Christine coming out tomorrow on the ECB's rate decision and unwinding the sort of PEP and balance sheet there a wee bit, I think that could lead to the euro strength that we need to then kind of tap out on the pullback here and then put in another leg down. Now, let's just see how the market reacts to that tomorrow, of course, because we will be looking at that live at 12. Starting from 12:30 tomorrow, so that we get the rate decision at 12:45, and then the presser at 1:30. Unusually about an hour between the statement and the presser. So here is the euro on the weekly bars, and you can see I have this range down below that really I wanted to be able to find an area to operate in, to be looking for longs, and you could even take. We'll cut that off here, and you can see that really, this 06560s level is a very old level. I'm actually not loading that many days anymore, but this goes back to in and around the 2001 timeline. So 06560s yesterday, absolute belter of an opportunity to go in on the longs. Will this be the inflection point for the euro to strengthen further over the next while? I think so now. I think it will be. I won't be holding risk below today's S2 on this, or tomorrow. I won't be holding risk below kind of 06500s on this thing. So not to be confused with the Euro USD contract. This is the index, the 6 Euro index, and this is the Dixie index. Okay, so that's the currency trade. Looking at oil is holding quite well where it is. Yesterday, coming into the session, really it's quite tight activity. The 117.87s on the downside, which is this high here, right? Which is this high. I'll zoom right in. It's the high of the 1st of June, Wednesday, the 1st of June. Not a particularly interesting DOE, but of course, then we had OPEC the following day. So I think the 117.87s, it was a great area to get long yesterday, then rallied up into the 119.77s. We were looking at this trade. We were in this trade yesterday, a couple of the guys, and Purwis and myself looking for the 120.40s, and just didn't get there. Just came a bit shy. Of course. If we go down to the 30 minutes, which is actually my personal trading chart, you just see this big doji come in, and so the rest was written at that point back to VWAP here, bottom of this gap where the gap had closed here, and VWAP just supporting the bid the whole way, and then boom, coming into the 6 o'clock marker, sold down. Excess below the 117.87s, and then again we opened and rallied into the close. Today, flimsily trying to hold on to the 119.77s. We've seen that push up into that gap open high, the 120 spot 40s, but a few of us holding. Well, I don't want to go into positions here, but I'm looking for a further upside on this market. I don't know if we need to wait for a new catalyst here, but of course DOE to come out today. If you were following Reed's the morning read, which you definitely should, he was covering the APIs. I think it was expected a draw of 1.28 mil, I think it was, and we got a build of 1.28 mil, something like that. Go and check out the video on the Duggan Capital YouTube. And yeah, so we'll be covering DOE live today on oil. I think we're going to have to wait for DOE before we kind of get wild in one direction or the other on WTI right now. So also I recorded a video yesterday just assessing everything that's kind of going on in the oil picture at the moment. So do please go and check that one out. All right, and then on the SPOOs, yeah, actually the SPOOs was really good yesterday. We came into the market really pressing down here. I'll show you this more and kind of zoom in a bit here. The SPOOs is actually looking quite heavy into the 4093s and the 20 EMA. And then once we got the open, we really found then the support at the 4093s and then had a lovely rally pushing up to the bottom of this all gap area, 4152s. I'm going to maintain this area. I think it's a pretty good, decent line in the sand. So I'm going to keep this on for now. But, you know, a little bit of pulling back due here today. But generally, I think as this 20 EMA comes further up towards the 50, I think the bids or the offers down will be bought for the push up. And I think maybe over the next week or two, we can easily be trading 42, 44. So, you know, this is not trading or investment advice, however. So that is the SPOOs, and that is a rundown for the pre-US. You're just seeing cable coming off a bit here on a miss on the construction PMIs. Came out 56.4, miss on the expectation 56.8. Okay, that's it for me for today. Please do click the link and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for some ECB. Take care.